This is the AdHero Podcast, the podcast that reveals marketing tips, trends, and techniques by industry experts, insiders, and influencers. For years, AdSymble has helped businesses develop and launch campaigns to amplify their message, establish authority, and earn their lion's share of the market. This podcast will help you design and supercharge your plan to make an impact with valuable lessons you can apply in your business today. To get more information or start now, visit adsymbol.com. That's ADSEMBLE.com. Let's get started.
Welcome to the AdHero Podcast. Brought to you by AdSymble. My name is Geno Giovanni.
And I'm Matthew Olivieri in the house. We are your resident AdHeroes back for another episode. Geno, what do we got on tap this week?
We're going to be going over how effective is advertising through YouTube.
Oh, YouTube advertising. Yeah, it's a big deal. YouTube is the biggest, most watched online video platform in the world. And advertising has become very pervasive in the platform. They've gone, to put it lightly, they've gone hard in the paint when it comes to advertising on YouTube now. So we're going to dive into that today, and we're going to give you guys a rundown exactly how YouTube ads work, where they're appearing, why they're appearing, how you can make them go away, and basically just what do you think about advertising on YouTube, right?
That's right.
Okay, so before we jump into that, we got a lot of stuff to cover in the A block. Oh boy, this is a biggie. At the time of this recording, we have entered into a nationwide back into the purple zone for COVID-19 is what I believe is the color. It's like a whole color spectrum.
And Gavin Newsom's trying to lock us down.
Yeah, he is. Well, out here in California, but some of our listening audience in other states, maybe your local governor is also doing that to you. It's obviously a dangerous thing, COVID. It's a big deal. And Geno, what does that mean for the movie industry?
Okay, so it's movie news right now. And, we're big fans on the show when it comes to the comic book genres and just movies in general. And our good friends over at AMC Theaters are going to stay open and will feature Wonder Woman 84 coming out. Got pushed back to December 25th, and it will be in theaters and on HBO Max coming out on the same day for a limited time, by the way.
Do we know how long the limited run is on HBO Max to combine with?
It's only going to be in its theatrical run.
Okay.
Actually, less than its theatrical run.
Okay.
I don't have an exact time on that yet. But what's going to happen is that there will be on HBO Max for a short time, and then it will be taken off. And then when the movie finally comes out of the theaters, then it'll go on video on demand, and then it'll eventually show its way back to HBO Max.
Okay, so that's the new format that the movie studios want to go with, and that was something you touched upon actually in one of our previous episodes.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, there will be no extra costs, unlike Disney Plus having I believe it was $19 extra fee. There'll be no extra costs. HBO Max, I believe, going for almost $15 a month. You'll be able to get and watch Wonder Woman 84 at no extra charge if you're an HBO Max subscriber.
That's really good news because I remember when Mulan came out, the live-action Mulan, that was some controversial stuff because people that were already Disney Plus subscribers had to pay extra for access to that movie. Was that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So that's pretty cool that HBO Max is not basically fleecing the users to pay more money.
Right, but it was actually a good deal for Disney, who I believe grossed in $60 million. If I'm correct.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
People are at home. They're looking for entertainment, something brand new coming on, hitting the block. Why not? I got a question. Are you going to be one of the people that still go to the movie theaters despite the purple status and despite the closure of restaurants and gyms again and all that good stuff? Are you still going to be, or bad stuff, I should say, are you going to be one of the people that are going to brave and risk it and go to the theater to see Wonder Woman 84, or are you going to enjoy it from the comfort and safety of your home?
And by the way, some people were thinking that the Black Widow movie in the Marvel Studios was going to also go on video on demand because that got pushed back yet again, but now it's going to be coming out next May 2021.
Okay.
In the movie theaters.
Okay. So
Disney ain't playing around.
So are you going to the theaters?
Yes.
Okay, you will be going to the theaters to
Yes.
see these films. Okay.
AMC's already hitting me up on the Stubbs app, and they're giving me things like a $5 extra credit. I can go get my popcorn because it passed on my birthday. They're just giving me a whole lot of the incentives to come to the movie theater.
Beautiful.
Plus the enjoyment of being in the movie theater.
I love the theaters. I've said it before. I can't wait to get back in the theaters. However, for this holiday season, I will be watching films in the comfort of my home. Just a little bit of a safety issue there thing for me. So listening audience, what category are you? Are you going to go to the theaters or are you going to watch the movies from home? Let us know on our social media. Mm-hmm. Where can people hit us up on all of our social media channels?
On ad symbol at YouTube, and you can like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts.
Love that. Okay, now what's going on? Speaking of HBO Max, what's going on with HBO Max and Amazon?
So HBO has, I believe you're an Amazon Prime subscriber. Yeah, so I remember HBO being on there before. And so now Amazon has agreed to pull HBO from Amazon channels in Amazon Fire TV, which I know you like, interface. What that agreement lapses next year. It was part of the negotiations that got HBO Max on the Fire TV, and Warner Media pushed to keep HBO and HBO Max out of Amazon channels because it wants to maintain a direct relationship with users through the HBO Max app.
Okay, so translation, next year HBO Max is coming to Amazon channels?
No, well, yes. Yes, it will. And basically what it's trying to do is HBO wants to keep its subscribers close net because of all like target advertising. And the agreement was that, okay, we're able to pull all this HBO out of Amazon for a limited time.
Okay.
And then come next year, HBO Max will be featured on Fire Stick, correct?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So then, and HBO was trying so hard not to do something like that, but they eventually caved in and decided to do it.
I think they will eventually realize that it was actually a smart move. Amazon just has the scalability and has the install base of users such as myself who are already actively interacting with Amazon Prime and all the different other channels like Fox and CBS and NBC and stuff like that. So I think it makes a lot of sense for HBO Max to be a part of Amazon. I can't wait for it personally. But in the meantime, I will just access HBO Max on my Apple TV, where it is currently available. All right, we're gonna start throwing in a little new segment here in the A block. All right, and that segment is going to be kind of focused around the gaming universe. So as our listening audience knows, we love to use the first part of this show as kind of banter on pop culture, films, movies, television, especially as it pertains to the comic book universe. We just get a tremendous amount of feedback from you all, which we really appreciate that you guys like, that we kind of do this little part of the show to kind of go over things like that. But, there's this other universe that is becoming extremely popular, and it is the gaming universe. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. There are characters such as Ninja, who is very mainstream. He's the gamer with the blue hair. You can't miss him. He stands out in a crowd. But aside from him, you just have this very, very growing audience and ambitious young people that are being a part of this universe. And so here at the AdHero Podcast, our mission is to just constantly be bringing new and interesting things in the marketing and advertising world to you. And so we don't want you missing out of anything going on in the gaming universe that could be of benefit to you. So we're going to take just a few seconds to drop some big announcements or things that we see happening in that world so you guys can be clued in. And the biggest thing that dropped last week as of the taping of this show was a game called Call of Duty Cold War. You may have seen multiple television ads for this game as well as internet ads on places such as YouTube because this game has a tremendous following of millions of players around the world. and the Cold War chapter is like the next edition of the game. Geno, are you familiar with anything to do with the Call of Duty game line of games, first person shooter games?
Absolutely. I think I played the very first one. It's been
Right.
a long time. However, I have also seen the ad for this new one.
There you go. So big news, that game dropped. It was met with a lot of excitement from the gaming universe. And so we're just going to kind of keep a pulse on what happens in this gaming universe in terms of opportunities, both for marketing and advertising. I remember several weeks back on one of the episodes, we talked about, was it Burger King?
Yes.
They had very cleverly kind of tapped into Twitch, which is an online website where you can watch people play games, including yours truly, at MJO Snaps. Come check out my channel, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, I'm sorry. Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when I'm live streaming. They'd cleverly kind of put ads in the game, and it was met with some controversy because of the way that they were doing it. But they got the first mover jump on the idea, which we were pretty impressed with, as I recall.
Yes, we were. And it worked for them.
It did work for them, like spades, until they got banned.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're just going to put that out there for you guys and keep our nose to the grindstone and our ear to the pavement, and just kind of, I don't even know if that's the right expression. We're just we're gonna stay focused on what's going on out there to bring you guys the knowledge first, so you can be leveled up on your game. Okay, so that's what we got for the A block, man. Oh no, I'm sorry, there is one more big drop. The Snyder Cut of Justice League.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that.
Well, the Snyder Cut of the Justice League has a brand new trailer as of the taping of this show. It has just dropped online. I watched it. It brought a little tear to my eye, and I'm going to tell you why. There is a specific scene. This is actually trending right now on Twitter. You can go find this.
With the Joker?
Not with the Joker. Actually, there's a scene with Cyborg where he is looking out a window and seeing a bunch of kids play football in the street. And this scene is being met with a tremendous amount of fanfare. People saying it's a tearjerker. It's really kind of hitting them in their hearts, because if you know the story of Cyborg, he very adamantly wanted to play football and was dedicated to the sport, and this tragic accident happened where then he became, because of his father, he became more machine than man. And so he always longs to just have human experiences, such as just being in the street throwing the football around with the other kids. And so anyways, a tremendous amount of comments online from people that were like touched by this scene that Zack Snyder has put into the film, because the original cut had none of that. In fact, the original cut had very little of Cyborg scenes at all, whereas this reshoot, aka the Snyder Cut, is going to be a 4-part series on HBO Max. And it's going to, apparently the story is going to be much more focused around Cyborg, how he was created, the death of his parents, a bunch of different things in there. So look forward to that. Go check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. Have you caught it yet?
Actually, I'm very disappointed in myself that I did not catch it.
Okay, look it up.
But I did catch some things about the Mandalorian and the new Wonder Woman trailer.
Okay, there you go. So there's lots of good. Basically, I think it's just good to see all of this activity coming back. Yeah. I think it's good to see trailers. It's good to see productions getting back on track. They restarted shooting the new Batman film with Robert Pattinson. That's back into production now.
And there's some Marvel shows that just got
into
production as well.
There it is. Spider-Man's going to be back on track with
going soon.
Yep, getting back on track there with Tom Holland.
Miss Marvel just started shooting.
There you go.
A bunch of them.
There you go. So you know what, guys? There's hope out there. There's hope for America. There's hope for small business. There's hope for all of this good stuff. So it's really great to see these productions getting back on track. But with that being said, let's switch gears now into the real meat and potatoes of this episode. How effective is advertising through YouTube? Geno, can you maybe kick this off with some stats or some general knowledge about what YouTube advertising is?
Well, let's just go with with YouTube in general, as it gets, according to the YouTube site, it gets 2 billion monthly visitors.
That's a lot of visitors.
That's a lot of visitors. And it also looks like their biggest crowd is between 18 to 49.
Which is what every advertiser wants.
And, their whole model, if I could just speak on experience, what's supposed to happen is that YouTube is big on monetization. So if you have a channel and you get over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of content, then you will become a kind of like a quote unquote YouTuber, or they actually have a specific name for
Almost
it.
like a partner, a YouTube partner or something like that.
Yeah, you get these plaques and all this kind of stuff. It's become very official. And they'll play commercials during that. But then I think some people don't have commercials. So that I don't understand. But what happens, though, is that with the commercials and with the subscribers and so forth, then these YouTubers get paid for it. And then when it comes to the commercials, they're typically played before the ad or before the actual video. And it could be a 15-second ad, or it can be, heck, I've seen as long as 60 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like an infomercial. And I don't even bother to go through with it most times. I think once in a while I actually have. And then they try to double up as well, so that they make you watch the first ad. And then the second one, here comes this skip button. And then at the very end of your video that you've been waiting to watch, they eventually threw in another video on top of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But then lately they've changed it up, and now it's like, okay, we're going to play videos during your, we're going to play, it keeps saying video. We're going to be playing ads during your video. And eventually they started putting in markers where you can see the video is going to be played. And then I think people were just getting so pissed off at that. My feeling is that eventually they decided to add a clock. So they would tell you, I believe, 4 or 5 seconds ahead of time when the ad is going to play during the video that you're watching.
Yeah.
So there's constantly ads just playing. And sometimes you can skip them, sometimes you can't. And what teased me off, 2 things about that. One, if I'm watching a video but prior to this clock, the ad would just suddenly come on. Well, that just kind of screws up my brain, because it's like, wait a minute, I'm watching something about this trailer here, or I'm watching something about whatever else, and then suddenly you're going to mess my mind up with a commercial that I didn't even ask for. And then the other thing is that if I'm watching this trailer, let's say I'm watching a Spider-Man trailer, and then there will be a trailer for another movie before that trailer. It's like, no. I want to watch this trailer. Why are you throwing in another trailer on top of that?
Wow. Yeah. To echo your personal experiences with that, I would say back maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I would experience YouTube. Most of the videos did not have advertising on them.
No. Not at all.
Only very specific videos, like maybe music videos that had racked up tens of millions of views, would have ads at the beginning, and you could always skip those ads, is what I recall. Like the first 5 seconds would play, I should say, and then you could skip the ad.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's what I remember. So in the very, very, very early days of YouTube, no ads on anything. It was wonderful.
Right.
Then they started dripping ads into stuff, but it was only the most highest viewed thing. Okay. And I understood it. I understood that they were putting ads in, let's say, a music video that had like 50 million views, a Beyonce video or something like that, right? Sure. It has all this focus and attention on it. Why not put an ad before that video? But it would only just, you could always skip it after the first 5 seconds. So I was okay with that, because I would always skip it. I would very rarely engage with the ad in terms of letting it play all the way through, much less click on it to go to the website, the redirect that whatever it had. But I understood. I understood the purpose of it. Now in 2020, I don't think I'm finding any video of any duration that does not have an ad before it. Okay? And I'm just curious, have you found are there still videos that exist on YouTube that don't have ads before them?
I was doing some research about this today, and it looks like more and more videos will be having ads. As a matter of fact, I forgot this too. There's two other types of ads that they have. They have banner ads, which I thought was interesting because I saw a local sandwich shop have a banner ad on a video that I was watching. And the banner ads have been around for a long time.
Right.
And then there's another type of ad where after the commercial plays, it'll pop up a banner for that particular commercial and giving you a call to action to go to their website.
I got you.
Yeah. But an article came out today, actually, through various publications, stating that it doesn't matter what type of YouTuber or person who puts up videos is YouTube will be placing ads on all those subscriber or all those channels, and that YouTuber will not get paid. So even if they're not a partner, they're still not going to receive a dime off of any of that.
Yeah, that's really hard to hear, because I can speak from experience with my brand new Twitch channel at MJO Snaps. I can speak from experience that I've been putting a lot of effort into the content creation. And I can also speak to an observation that I've had with your brand new podcast, Real Quick with Geno Giovanni. Find it on iTunes and everywhere where podcasts are heard. That you put a lot of effort into your content. And so being content creators, which is what you and I are, the time and effort that we put into that should be compensated if yes, they are providing us with the platform to share our content on to an audience. I get that. Yeah. And it is free to post it on that. So there's something to be said there. Okay? But I think what's the key takeaway is we're not asking for millions of dollars, right? But if they have active paying advertisers and they're going to utilize, like we're making engaging content that people want to come watch, then they should be motivated to want to give us a piece of that action. Not all of it. They don't have to give us all of it because I understand that they're giving us the platform to put the content on.
It's like we're working for YouTube for free.
You could argue that. One could argue that. Yeah. So I'm going to hop back into that, but before I do, I just want to put a bow tie on the experience because we're talking about our experiences with it now, right? I'm going to just say that I'm annoyed as all hell at how much advertising there is on YouTube now. I'm just going to put that out there.
Unless you pay for it.
Yes. Yes, they have a YouTube. I think it's called YouTube Red.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I found out there's like almost 10 different styles of YouTubes.
Yeah. You can pay for it and then all the ads go away. Again, that's another little hook that they've come up with.
And by the way, I just got suckered in to YouTube Premiere and I can't get it off.
Okay, Google, if you're listening, one of our co-hosts here needs some assistance. Please reach out to him at AdHero. So, I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And anytime I can skip it, I can skip it. And I also hate the fact that right when I'm in the middle of an engaging part of the program or something I'm trying to watch, it just kicks over to ad. Remember the good old days when like a sitcom would kind of set you up for the ad? Yeah. Like it would be like, a program that you're watching and like, the main characters of the program kind of like come to this moment of the episode and there's like this pause and you can almost feel the anticipation that they're going to go to commercial break.
Well, heck,
so you were kind of ready for it.
Reality TV does that.
Right.
Annoys the heck out of me, but they do a good job.
They do. Yeah. Like Chris Harrison on The Bachelor, not that I watched that program. Well, I did. I have and I did. And I do. But he'll go...
I'm over Naked and Afraid kind of person.
There it is. There it is. I love that program too. Naked and Afraid is a classic program. But Chris Harrison on The Bachelorette or The Bachelor will famously be like, and we have one final rose to give out, and we'll give it out right after these messages.
Yeah. It's like, no, just tell me.
But the point is, it sets you up for the commercial break.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
What I hate is when I'm not set up properly for the commercial break and I'm engaged in some content on YouTube and they just cut me to a commercial.
Heck, they might have done that to us right now.
Right.
While we're on YouTube.
Man, that now, wouldn't that be ironic? Wouldn't that be funny? So that's my consent. I feel like that's our general consensus on the matter. With regards to the revenue share, if they're going to be putting ads on content that you're creating and you're building that audience for them, they really need to make sure that every content creator gets a little piece of that action, because most content creators are doing this for the love. Like, I'm doing all my stuff on the Twitch channel because I'm just having fun learning the channel and being fun. I showed you earlier the new intro that I created, the intro sequence.
That's right.
I mean, that took me several hours, and I just did that because I wanted to have a really cool experience for anyone that comes to my channel.
It's very beautiful, by the way.
Thank you very much. I hope everyone come check it out and tell me what their thoughts are. But the point being, again, the takeaway is, cut the content creator in on the revenue share and make the advertising experience not as pervasive or invasive, because I don't see that being a viable long-term model. If you're a small business out there right now and you're thinking about throwing some marketing dollars at YouTube, okay, and by the way, just to put it out there, how you get your ads on YouTube, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't even know how do you get my ads on YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google.
Which is Alphabet.
Which is Alphabet. That's the parent corporation. So to get ads on YouTube, you actually have to go to Google Ads or google.com/ads, which is like their search advertising. And then within your search advertising account, you can create a campaign that targets display advertising on YouTube. So you actually build it inside Google Ads, or Google Ad, which was formerly known as Google AdWords. You build a campaign inside Google AdWords, but you direct the campaign to only display on YouTube or other properties that have YouTube video content, right? So that's how you get your banner ads or your full motion video ad on YouTube, just FYI. I don't think that is going to be a good strategy, though, down the road. I think a lot of people are going to see the drop-off. Okay, because think about it. If everybody just skips the ads like you and I like to do.
Most people do.
Okay.
It's over 90%.
Then any time a small business does an ad on YouTube and they see that they recorded like this beautiful 30-second ad, but only 5 seconds of it is ever getting watched because everybody skips it, they're not going to want to keep doing ads on YouTube.
I swear, I think Geico has the best ads on there. They're quick to the point, and then there's no skip button.
Well, and I have seen some really clever applications of the ads, and I think Geico might be one of the guys that do this really well. But I think they literally kind of make fun of the fact.
Yeah.
Like they go, oh, we're sorry for interrupting your viewing experience. You can go ahead and skip it in just a few seconds.
I was just going to say that.
Right. So if you're going to do an ad, play off of that experience, right? Like make it obvious. Hey, we know this is annoying. Sorry, but save 15% in 15 minutes. Now click the skip button, right? Something to that effect, right? I
actually don't mind that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, see, that would actually engage me. I would actually find that funny. I would actually remember that.
Yeah.
And I would actually maybe be somewhat engaged to want to actually engage with that ad.
And that plus the frequency. I mean, I remember it wasn't until this particular show right now, that I just remembered that, Geico dominates the advertising on YouTube.
They do a fantastic job. So my final thoughts, our kind of final wrap on all of this is basically, YouTube advertising is obviously very pervasive. It's very big. There's a massive audience, billions of people per month checking out YouTube. If you're a small, medium-sized business, it could be advantageous to try it out. You create the ads inside Google's AdWords platform, but make the ads funny, make them engaging, play off the fact that you understand as your own company that you're kind of interrupting someone's viewing experience on YouTube. And if you play off that, you'll probably get a lot more engagement, as Geno and I are agreeing on that. But don't do a 60-minute, I don't know about these people that are doing 60-minute, ads or whatever. I've never, ever, ever thought to click into that or watch that. It's annoying to me. Even a 30-second ad is annoying to me if you're interrupting my viewing experience of something I really want to see on YouTube. So those are my, do you have anything to add to that, Geno?
There's competition coming for YouTube, and it's already out there, and it's building up.
Okay, so maybe there could be some other video platforms that have a lesser size audience, but a better approach to the advertising, more interesting approach. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. Okay, Geno, where can our listening audience connect with us on social media?
All right. Find us online through social media at @AdSymbol. YouTube, good old YouTube. Go to our page and give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified about all AdHero shows. And don't forget to leave a comment or question below and let us know your thoughts. For inquiries and more information about outdoor advertising, visit our site, adsymbol.com. Find the AdHero Podcast on all major platforms, podcast platforms, that is. Thank you for tuning in to the AdHero Podcast. My name is Geno Giovanni.
And I'm Matthew Olivieri.
Signing out. I was a little late on that one. Signing out.
Peace.
Want to advertise big and build massive brand authority at the same time? It's easier than you think. Open Display by AdSymbol lets you advertise on digital billboards nationwide. Just go to opendisplay.com for a free account to get started.